Welcome back to another edition of the In the Trenches segment with Doug Skene. This is our first segment on 3. Join us for a dollar for the year on 3.com. $1 for the entire year for our premium, and you get some good stuff with Doug Skene, Michigan's former All Big Ten offensive lineman. Skene, this is our Michigan State edition. Play number 1 here is an opportunity to set the tone here with the running play, and a couple guys do a really nice job up front, but you miss a block and it ruins the whole thing.
Bowles, unfortunately, this is going to be the theme of this film breakdown here is one guy on one block causes all kinds of problems. And on this play, 1st and 10 on your own 1-yard line, because we got a false start in the play before. We're trying to get out of here, and we got to get this front side of this play blocked. So we got Honingford and Schoonmaker here, 2 tight ends at the bottom of this formation are going to double team down linemen. Somebody's got to come get this front side linebacker here, number 6. Eric All is coming out of the backfield to block the end of line, which is number 9. But number 6 is standing in the hole ready to tee up on Haskins here because no one gets to him. This is Honingford. Honingford comes down here and him and Schoonmaker do a nice job of smashing this guy down. But when Honingford commits his head and shoulders down and facing the sideline in the middle of his block, he has no chance to get back up to this linebacker here. You've got to keep your shoulders square and your hips somewhat square to come off of this down lineman to get up to this linebacker. And because he doesn't do that, we're stood up in the hole for no gain. These kinds of mistakes are going to cost us dearly later in the game, as we'll see.
Okay. Play number 2 at 11:16. This is the big one, the 93-yard touchdown. And what a great play here by Cade McNamara. Unbelievable throw. But look at the time he's got. First of all, look at the Spartans look like they're going to do that double A-gap blitz scheme. They back out of it, but the offensive line does a great job here.
So, Bowles, when you come to the line of scrimmage and the defense is showing 7 potential rushers here, which Michigan State is doing at the line, both inside linebackers within a yard or 2 yards of the ball at the snap, you have to pass that and you have to expect that they're going to come. It changes the way you're thinking. And if they don't come, then you got to set and adjust for your down lineman that's coming. So Michigan's offensive line here does a nice job of not taking any bait and making bad decisions with their pass pro. They settle in there and they pick this up nicely. And then McNamara, as you see in the pocket here, has a nice clean pocket to step in, throw the football, and he's untouched when he does so. And we're off to the races here with a new star in the wide receiver crew. Mr. Anthony here was just awesome. Goes on to have an incredible game. And yet it all starts with that offensive line in a blitz threat situation, not taking the bait and doing something stupid, and they have nice, clean pass pro.
Okay, we now move to 9:32 of the first, and Michigan's on the move here on the first play. This is one of their better running plays of the day, unfortunately, and it's about 7 yards. But I want you to watch Tronte Jones, number 80. This kid's got a bright future, and there's some depth here on this offensive line, and he's one of those guys, Skene.
Yeah, I like what I see out of Jones here, and he threw me for a loop because they changed his number, Bowles. He used to be number 53, Now he's number 80. So I thought, wow, did we get a new tight end? But we didn't. And so here we are. Schoonmaker and Jones are at the top of this offensive formation. We're going to pull center and left guard, and our left tackle, Hayes, left tight end, both of them are going to down block, and Schoonmaker is going to work with Jones to seal this down lineman and get up to this linebacker here. And he does a nice job. And so because of the down blocks, that sets us up well for success. Bastardas gets around the edge. Barnhart gets around the edge here, gets his guy. Bastardas gets up in there and gets a piece of that dude. And we're off. It's a nice run. When you can do that time and time again, you got a chance. Unfortunately, we just didn't do enough of this throughout the course of the game to keep them on their heels.
Okay, here we go at 2:45 of the first, and this is one of 2 plays that makes this drive end up in a field goal instead of a touchdown, Skene. And the center, Andrew Bastardas, has had a great year, not his best effort here.
So this play right here, Bowles, we're going to block back with the center to the 3 technique that's playing head up to outside eye over our right guard. Zinter here pulls to go attack the end of line at the opposite side. We got a down block on the left side with Keegan and Hayes and Hayes is coming up here to this backside linebacker. Schoonmaker is coming around for the front side linebacker. Haskins is demonstrating patience here, waiting for his blockers to do what they're supposed to do. He makes a cut, and if he can make that cut, suddenly he's one-on-one with the safety. But if you watch Andrew Vastardis here, the center, who comes back against this 3 technique, a little bit too high, number 8 from Michigan State, tosses him in the backfield, and when Haskins goes to make his patient cut, the 3 technique from the right side of the defensive line is making the play 7 yards away, and we get no gain. That is one of the things that prevents us from going on to score a touchdown in this drive, and instead we end up kicking a field goal.
You watch the block by Schoonmaker here. He does a really nice job finishing.
Yes. This was so frustrating.
Okay, Skene, another instance where Michigan has to kick a field goal, and it's 2 plays here. You get a 2nd and 6. The first one's 10:51 of the second, and your right tackle had a really tough time on these 2 plays. Andrew Stueber's had a great year, but your best players have to make big plays and have to come up big in games like these. Not a great sequence here for this kid.
Now, so Ballas, at the top of this defense, over our right tackle, you're going to watch this defensive end stunt or spark to the inside, crossing Stueber's face. And then they're going to bring this outside linebacker here who's folded in behind this defensive end off the edge. Well, because Stueber whiffs and is laying on the ground, that has to redirect our back, which causes a momentary a pause in his run, which allows this little scraping defender here off the edge to come in here and make this tackle. If Stueber makes this block, then there's no hesitation on the runner, and we're up in there maybe getting a first down. But we don't execute it here at the point of attack. We're up clean to the linebacker here with Zinter. Zinter moves up there just fine. But here we are again, one guy in a key down, in a key moment. We're trying to go score touchdowns, and because of stuff like this, we're kicking field goals. In the next play, I'll show you why we end up kicking a field goal instead of moving down into the end zone.
Okay, 10:08 to the second. This is a 3rd and 3 play, and you think they're trying to get too cute here, don't you, Skene? And tell us what happens.
So at the bottom, at the left side of our offensive line here, you look at this defensive set. It's a 4-3 front. We're going to block the 2 down linemen with our left guard and left tackle, and we're going to try to fold in Schoonmaker out of the backfield here up inside for this front side linebacker, number 27. And you're going to find out that he doesn't get home because he's got problems with his 2 defensive linemen or our offensive linemen not getting clean, and our center. We just got some clutter in here, Ballas. So I don't like the schematic design of that. I don't like having your tight end in the backfield trying to do some cute little fold around to come get a linebacker. It's 3rd and 3. You know the middle linebackers are going to be downhill now. We don't have time to hope that our tight end can get a clean route up in there and deliver a devastating ISO block. I'd rather see the tight end at the line of scrimmage combo blocking with my big left tackle and try to fold in here. We don't get to him, and 27 is standing in the hole unblocked. And then at the right side, as we mentioned in the previous play, Mr. Stueber here, again, gets beat across his face, and the defensive lineman all the way over on the right side of this offense crosses the entire set, and between him and number 27, they stone us for no gain and no first down. And guess what we have to do, Ballas? Kick a field goal. When you go play big games on the road, you can't kick field goals. You got to get in the end zone because stuff's going to happen. And late in the game, we know what happens. And had we had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and second quarter instead of 2 field goals, the outcome of this football game is probably different.
Okay, play 7. This is 7:10 of the second. I want you to see the blitz pick up here by Hassan Haskins. A little leaky at left tackle here, Skene, but watch what number 25 does in stoning this blitzing linebacker.
So, Ballas and Michigan State, you know they're going to blitz us. It's 1st and 10, and here they come. And we've seen this kind of blitzing before, and earlier in the season, this stuff kind of gave us some troubles. but this is perfectly executed. The right guard here, Zinter, does a really nice job because he's got a tough decision to make here, Ballas. If that blitzer is at or near the line of scrimmage at the snap of the ball, he has to jump that A gap. But he makes the right judgment call, and the blitzer comes from depth. That allows Haskins to get up here and square this guy up and stop that blitzer. And the rest of this offensive line is almost perfect in this pass pro here. A beautiful pocket for this quarterback. And the very end of this pass pro, our left tackle here, Hayes, gives up a hit on the quarterback. And you know the standard, Ballas, touches the quarterback ever. That is the expectation for Michigan offensive line. This thing is an A blocked pass pro instead of an A plus. But the blitz pickup and the recognition is outstanding by the Michigan offensive line on this play.
Okay, 3:54 of the second. And this is the touchdown. This is a result. This is what happens when you break tendency here. I want you to watch the linebackers here, Skene. Some play action and a bootleg and a kid with a big arm that can make a play. And I'll tell you what, number one out there is one exciting receiver, man. He's what they've been waiting for all year.
So, Bouse, we'll get to that in a second. You're absolutely right. When you pull guards and centers and block down like we've been doing all year long, and the offensive line here, we're pulling our left guard and we're showing the typical read option or give with a lead blocker here at Barnhart, and then Schoonmaker tight end in here. It looks very familiar, like one of our running plays. And if you watch at the snap of the ball, all of the inside linebackers, all the inside defenders from Michigan State take 2 steps up. And then McCarthy pulls this football, follows his guard out over the edge here, and then launches this ball. And then we have our new, young, hopeful red zone superstar here, Mr. Anthony, high pointing this ball, going up for the rebound, strong hands, and securing that football. This is really, really good stuff here, Ballas. And maybe, just maybe, Michigan has found its receiver that'll be our go-to guy down in the red zone, because we're certainly going to need it in the future.
Play 9, 11:40 of the third. No idea what they're doing here. First of all, what's the rush, guys? Get set. Get your heavy package in there. You need frickin' 5 feet here for a first down. And then you're asking your wide receiver to block a linebacker here, and of course he doesn't do it. This results in a punt here, actually a blown punt opportunity, but this should have been a first down on the third down play. Tell us what goes wrong here, Skene.
So, Bowles, we're watching the Skycam view, which, again, is the best way to watch a football game if you want to watch interior line play. But here's the sad part of this play. It's 3rd and 1, and the breakdown happens when we don't get to this front side linebacker here, number 27. The person who's supposed to block him is Henning here, who is off the line of scrimmage. Number 27, his eyeballs are in the backfield. As soon as he sees a potential of a handoff, he is downhill. He does not have a pass protection responsibility. He's a run blocker only. So if Henning is the guy who's going to try to block him, first of all, Henning's in a wide receiver stance. He can't possibly take a step with his left foot to his left because of his stance. So his first move, because he's not used to doing this, is to get up the field. Well, that was the death move right there, because when he goes upfield and that linebacker comes downhill, like, it's over with. Henning has no chance to block number 27, and he doesn't. He puts his hands on him, and number 27 stones us in the backfield. Meanwhile, at right guard, we don't get the kind of push that we need here to give some room just in case Corum can make number 27 miss. And then to top it all off, we're trying to get to the middle linebacker with our right tackle, who doesn't get there, who falls on the ground. So 3rd and 1, again, we're in some kind of hurry to get there. I don't understand either. Schematically, this was a bad idea. Call a timeout, do something different. These are the kinds of plays on the road in a big game against a damn good football team that will get you beat, and we know what happened.
Okay, 6:47. This is a big play, a touchdown. And this is to Mike Sainristil. I want you to watch the play from behind. Everybody does a great job here with the exception of the left guard who gets beat. But I want you to watch McNamara stepping in there and stepping up and hanging in. And what a ball he delivers here. Unbelievable job.
Again, from the Skycam here, Ballas, pre-snap, You see this Michigan State linebacker standing in our A gap. If he comes, Corum has him or Zinter has him. One of the two has got to block him. He does not come. That allows Corum to come off the right side edge and be a helper here. And so the rest of this pass pro from right guard, right tackle, and center is all really nice. Left tackle, really nice. You got this linebacker, number 27 on here. That should be nice. Keegan here gives the leaker late, and he's got pressure. Our quarterback officially has pressure. But as you watch, the stripes on the old Michigan helmet here out of McNamara do not deviate from what he's looking at downfield. And he steps up in here under pressure where he does take a hit and gets thrown to the ground and throws an absolutely dead, perfect football to the outside armpit of Sandra Still here for a touchdown. This is outstanding by our quarterback and almost perfect by our offensive line if our left guard can be a little bit better.